Obviously, you had an amazing-ass career, no question about it, from high school to college, bearing all the way through, and then some. Made tons of money and just one of the greatest players to ever come out of LA in terms of NBA, basketball, UCLA, whatnot. Do you feel like, though, because championships are key in the way people look at one's career, but do you feel a empty void that there isn't a championship hanging up at the crib?
He never had an opportunity, though.
Yeah, you gotta
You gotta have an opportunity.
Yeah, you gotta.
No, that's true. All that's true.
You definitely
all
gotta.
that.
You
All
gotta
that's
have
true.
an opportunity anywhere, beginning or even at the end. And I never had that. But I look at basketball, and the way I looked at it coming in is like everybody are artists.
Yeah.
And the way you paint, the way you create your art is gonna define who you are when you walk in that room. And so the one thing I didn't wanna chase, or I didn't have an opportunity to chase, was a championship. And so I'd rather have the respect of somebody like, yo, that BD was bad. You know what I mean? Or the experience.
Right.
And then, like to have a championship under your belt, great. But like there's also dudes on the team that's sorry as hell that win championships.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was always like, I'm gonna lead this game as an artist. I'm gonna lead this game with the respect of my peers, and I'm gonna be able to walk in the room with all Hall of Famers, and they're gonna be like, yo, that's BD. And they know how I get down.
Right.
And so like that's the ultimate level of like respect. Like it's not even, there's no reward or award, right, that can actually credit you than like, yo, what's the name? Dr. J, Magic know me. Isaiah know me. You know what I mean? George Gervin sitting next to me at the All-Star weekend. I grew up with Paul. Paul know me. You know what I mean? So,
for sure.
basketball is really how you paint and the stories and the mark that you leave. And I feel like for me, I was, I'm a one-on-one. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So,
It's
like,
not even a question.
To like,
one-on-one is
like
beyond.
to brag or nothing, but like I created my own style. I created my own way of playing in a point guard way that, sets me apart from any point guard because we don't play alike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the same thing I tell you when we be talking and they be like, Hall of Fame, that's cool, but I didn't play to get in the Hall of Fame. I played to get my mommy out of the streets and get my ass a bedroom. That's why I played. I didn't play for no other accolades. If they came, great. If I won a Super Bowl, great. But it was all about getting the bag, the money, and getting my mom her house, and me a bedroom. That's what it was about. When you look at it, DJ.
Like after that, though, Key, because you got that the day one.
Yeah, but after that, though, even after it didn't matter, because that bag was small. That bag, that first bag, that wasn't gonna take you to the end.
Yeah.
That's a small bag.
Yeah.
You want to get to the second and the third bag. And then you want to parlay everything into your post-career.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people, questions are always asked. I say, I'll tell you what. It's a whole bunch of motherfuckers in the gold jacket world that I wouldn't trade my career
for theirs.
But I promise you, they trade their career
to be
for
you.
Mine and my post-career.
Yeah.
That's the thought process.
Yep.
Right? I mean, that's the way you look at it. Being able to hang out with you and eat sushi with you and you pay for it, they'll trade that all day long. Because you paid for it. I had to pay for it last night. You paid for it. You see how I do it?
Yeah, man.
You got that ring with the Rams after 7 games, even though you went to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
When you look at that ring, how you feel, DeSean?
I mean, it's a bittersweet situation. I feel like, my brother be trying to get me to wear it. Like, man, show your ring off. I'm like, man, I ain't playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a part of the process. I went, all-season workouts, training camp. Shit, we beat the defending champions the year before, which was Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The game I played, and I went crazy on them. So I made a big play, 75-yard touchdown in that game and helped win that game. But I don't know, it's really like, and I feel like this too, like at the end of the day, my career doesn't define a ring. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like my numbers and everything I did, I feel like hopefully one day I can get in the Hall of Fame. I feel like, records I got, beating Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, like, some of the records I got is crazy. And I never even thought, a lot of that shit would have happened. So, I mean, like like bro said, I feel like I'm a one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Like coming in the
You
NFL,
for sure was a one-on-one.
my stature, being one of the best deep threats to ever play the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down in history. You know what I'm saying?